Okay guys, using data displays today, we're going to talk about different types of data displays and how to choose which ones we need. Alright, now I put this on your notes so you guys have this in front of you. But I'm going to read through it and talk about it. Okay? And this first part, I'm talking about this part up here. Okay? That's what we're looking at right now. Alright? Now, the first thing it says, use a line graph to display numerical data that change over time, such as Mr. Cortez's height from when he was born to when he turned 15. Okay, let's say he started down here at 2 feet. Oh, look, he got taller, and then it stopped, and now it seems like it's starting to get shorter, it seems, right? Mr. Cortez's height over time. One value over time, we'd use a line graph, right? Okay. Next up, it says a scatter plot. A scatter plot is when they give us different points that are paired together, x's and y's, okay? And we plot all of them to see if there are any trends. That's what a scatter plot would look like. And it does appear that there's a trend to this one. It appears to be going up. That line I drew is called a line of best fit. You guys will remember that. Okay? Now, the next one is a bar graph. A bar graph is when we want to compare categorical data. We have categories, okay? Like, I don't know, what, Justin? What do you think?
Ice cream sandwiches and ice cream bars.
Okay, or just a bowl of ice cream.
Yeah.
Or cones. So, sandwiches, bars, bowl, cone. Different ways that we eat ice cream, right? And we draw a bar. These are categories, right? So we can compare the amount of ice cream or the amount of ways that we eat ice cream. Okay, that's a categorical. That's categorical data. Okay, use a circle graph to represent categorical data as parts of a whole. All right. Here's the day. Let's see. Alex Brown spends this much of his day at school. Good job, Alex. Alex Brown spends this much of his day, I don't know, studying. Nice job. This much of his day playing games. And this much of his day sleeping. Get more sleep, Alex. Stop it. All right? That's parts of a whole, how a whole thing is divided up. Okay? And that's categorical data. Stem and leaf plot is when we want to organize numerical data based on their digits. We did that in section 1. Okay? A histogram is when we want to compare the frequencies of numerical data. Guys, I want you to notice this. This says categorical. This says categorical. This says numerical. This says numerical. That's going to show up on your quiz. Know the difference between numbers and categories. Box and whisker plot, which we did in last section, is a way to organize numerical data into 4 groups of approximately equal size. Okay, so now I've spent the most part of this first video just talking about the types of stuff. This one says, example number 1 says, the table shows the results of a survey that asked students to name their favorite type of movie. Which displays can you use to display the data? Well, let me ask you this. Is this data, is it numerical data or is it categorical data? What do you think? What do you think? Nikki?
Categorical.
It's categorical, right? We got drama, comedy, action, sci-fi, and other. Okay, well, I know then it's not going to be a line graph. I know it's not going to be a scatter plot. I know it's not going to be a stem and leaf, a histogram, or a box and whisker. So it needs to be a bar graph or a circle graph. Well, look at this. Would you say that this is parts of a whole? Or would you say that these things could be many different numbers? What do you think? Parts of a whole, right? It's all the type of movies. They're percent, so parts of 100%. Now, it doesn't say which one we should, it doesn't say to show it, so I'm not going to take time to do it. But you can see that this should be a circle graph. Good job, guys. Next example.